So in the news again is the speaker race, and it's been about 3 weeks since there's been a speaker. They're still trying to determine who the speaker will be, and Vern Buchanan has been at the center of this. And I want to play this clip that he shows and shares. This was about 2 months ago. His desire and the way he sees the problem of out of control spending. So let's go ahead and play this.
To step up and do that. And I have a senior committee, senior community. I'm willing to be out front on it in terms with others, but we've got to do it together. One side or the other is not going to do it, but they've got to get the political courage to work together and get it done. There are some that would like to do it, but this is all about politics, and we got these harsh realities that we've got to deal with.
Now, in this clip, he's talking about the political courage that's necessary to work with the Democrats. And so while his constituents and the rest of the country wanted Jim Jordan and wanted a conservative who would actually change the trajectory of the government in our lives and the out of control spending and move away from continuing resolution to omnibus bill, which eliminates any kind of accountability, and it gives our politicians the ability to throw their hands up and come back to their constituents and say, well, shoot, I've done my darndest to try to control the spending, but it's real tough up there. We actually have a chance now if we bring in a speaker who will bring up single item issues and prevent us from an omnibus bill. We could actually balance the budget. But what he's talking about is, in order to do this, that we need to work with the Democrats. This doesn't make any sense. And he showed it by, in the middle of the battle and the race for a speaker, he goes, and as many of you have seen, he goes and is bowling at the invitation of the president, of the Bidens. He is bowling with the Democrats and dancing and partying. And many of you guys have seen that clip. If not, we'll show you an example of that clip also of him dancing with Democrats and bowling with the Bidens. And Vern can have his friends, which are Democrats, and the constituents and we the people of Florida's 16th district, I'll be friends with them and be close to them and find out what their needs are and hang out with them. So this coalition government, Vern has been one of 6 RINOs who have been leading the charge from the Republican Party to fight against accountability. And the RINOs are working with their uniparty counterparts from the Democrat Party and are already plotting to create a coalition government. There's another clip that he describes what he foresees happening, that Jim Jordan won't get the votes and these other people won't get the votes, so that he can begin this coalition government to begin working with Democrats. It remains to be seen whether this will work out or not, but it's clear that this is what he's driving towards. And now, yesterday, we have, per CNN, let's go ahead and bring up this clip from MSN.com, and GOP Representative Vern Buchanan is quoted and noted that if the speaker designee can't get to 217 votes, Republicans would be forced to work with Democrats to get the government open. So you see how he's leading in this area of all the RINO Republicans, the Republicans in name only, who talk about balancing the budget, but who aren't balancing the budget and are avoiding accountability. That he's the one who is signaling the next steps. He signaled the next steps in his interview earlier this week, and with MSN and CNN, he's signaling again to work with Democrats. Now, we know that working with Democrats isn't going to bring accountability to the bureaucracy in Washington, D.C. This is a bad strategy, and it is not political courage. It's political courage to defy the will of the people. So I'll give him that. It is courageous to defy the will of the people, but it's time that we the people stand up and somebody steps into the gap, and that somebody would be me, to have the political courage to do the will of the people. And the will of the people is certainly accountability, single item issues and bills to vote on, so that we can actually balance the budget and not just talk about balancing the budget while sending out inane polls to his constituents that make people feel like he's listening to them when he's not. He's playing them, he's playing us, and he's defying the will of the people.